Yeah, obviously it's not how you draw up the last game of the regular season. It's not how you want your senior day to end. And, I thought to start the game, we were a little bit on our heels, gave up 22 points in that first quarter. And, looking back, that was where the difference of the game was. We couldn't, during that first quarter at the same time, couldn't keep pace, couldn't find the bottom of the basket at all. I'm proud of our team for continuing to fight, played hard, gave ourselves a chance at the end for sure. But, it's just one of those games that you've got to be better for 40 minutes. And, we just weren't able to do that to start the game.
Questions? We'll start with Cora and then Maria.
Raybell was pretty emotional in here and, obviously didn't have her luckiest shooting night, even though she made good plays down the stretch. How hard is it to see her kind of go out like this?
Well, it's tough to see her and any of your seniors, with that loss. They have high expectations and high hopes for this team and themselves, and I know they're hurting, but the good thing is we continue to play at this point, and hopefully we can learn from this.
Maria, Chloe, and then Madison.
Coach, we finally know your seed now, of course, with the outcomes earlier. You did earn third place, all yourself, number 3 seed. You wanted to fight LSU for that second seed, but are you proud of this team considering everything you've lost to finish in the top 4 and at number 3 in the SEC?
Yeah, for sure. Everyone knows we've been through a lot this season. One of the things that we've not done, we haven't made excuses, regardless of who's available, who's on the court. We went out to play hard. We went out to win. And, for us to go through the adversity that we had throughout the year to end up third, like I said, with that top 4 seed in a very, very, very tough SEC this year. I am proud of that. Obviously as a coach, you always want more, but I'm proud of our team.
Chloe, Madison, and Tyler.
Coach, is there any message, lesson, or motivation that if you hope the team can take from this difficult game and take into the postseason?
Well, I think 2 things. I think just a reminder of how we need to start, just a reminder of how we need to play. And also, I think, we probably once again take some confidence even out of the second half play, that we can still do some good things. And, I think just kind of a reset here as you go into the SEC tournament. You learn from everything you've done. All your experiences throughout the season should be education for you as you head into the tournament.
Coach, it looked like the message at halftime was get the ball inside. Tamari Key and Alexis Dye stepped up big time in the second half. What did you say to them at halftime?
I told them to get the ball inside. Good job. Yes, I thought that, in the first half, we missed some shots. We had some good looks and just missed. And then I thought we got very stale offensively. I thought we were standing a lot and we didn't get a lot of movement. I thought our pace or tempo was a little better in the second half. Part of that was we got stops, to be honest with you. We got stops and we can move quicker in transition. So it all goes hand in hand, but we definitely wanted to get the ball inside, and I'm proud of our team for executing that in the second half.
Coach, it's obvious the respect that you and the rest of the team have for your seniors, and it seems like a lot of that is just because of the toughness they seem to show every game. Just how tough do you think they are, and why? Is that something that you've talked about, or do they just sort of bring that in themselves?
We talk about toughness a lot. No, it's definitely a quality that I think, when you describe Lady Vols, you better say that word. That's going to be a non-negotiable. That's going to be who we are. And I think our seniors have shown that. And, they've had such 3 unique journeys, as their career comes to an end at Tennessee. And they've all been impactful. on this program. And so I'm really proud of who they are.
Kelly, I know you don't read too much into the plus minus stuff. You talk about just kind of reading your players' body language while they're on the floor. Brooklyn Miles gets out there, provides a spark. Does a day like today, senior day, kind of make you excited, kind of thinking down the line 3 years from now, maybe just kind of seeing how she can maybe progress and what she can provide your program for the next couple
Yeah,
of years?
no, I love the plus minus stat. I think that's great. And obviously hers was terrific for us. And she just gave us a big spark defensively when we needed it. Played really good minutes for us. Yeah, I'm excited about all their growth. And, when you look at that freshman class in particular, I think all of them will continue to get better. And, just the experiences that they've had this year, it's only going to make them better. Now, listen, I'm not trying to rush their career because you blink and they will be seniors. Time flies when you're having fun.
Kelly, what do you feel like needs to maybe change, or what do you feel like needs to happen to have your team adjust in that first quarter before 22 points get on the board?
Yeah, I think we just need to make sure that we've got to make sure we take care of ourselves, that we're, I thought we looked a little tired early. We have to make sure that we're ready to go come game time. So, we'll look at that as a staff. I think the other thing is just sometimes you learn from how you played. This is not a team that you want to be on your heels with. You can't sit back and let them be aggressive. And I thought we did that. So, that's an adjustment we would need to make. And then, offensively, we'll really break that down and find out where maybe we could get an easier shot. I don't know. We got some pretty good looks and just didn't put them in. And I think that's where, I don't think we offensive boarded well in the first quarter either. And I think that's an area we got to get jump started quicker.
Coach, that last play, that's a tough way to end that game. What were you looking to happen there?
Yeah, we had, we were going to have several options for the three. I felt like we might have had somebody open. I'll have to go back and watch it. It looked like we had someone open, and we were just going to take the first open person and try to get a good look at the three.
So I know a theme a lot of people will look at is the officiating, but as a coach, is it difficult to kind of console like the young women on your team to maybe not get too emotional, like let that affect their game plan at all? Or
Yeah, one of the things we talk about is you play through everything, regardless of what that is. And, we try to stay pretty consistent, and we try to stay poised, and that's, you don't get too high or too low, and you play through. So, I think our teams had experience with that all year. And, that's where if you stay in the moment, next play mentality, I think it helps them keep that poise and that composure throughout the game.
Kelly, like you said earlier, the third place finish, something you're still proud of. And I remember Sam Williams saying in the midway through the season is one of the mentally toughest teams she's been on. That was before the injuries and the losses. Do you feel like they've grown or found a deeper level of mental toughness at this point? You ended the game on a 13-1 run.
Yeah, I think this is a tough team. I think they're resilient. I think they bounce back. I think they compete. They don't back down, and they're very tough. And they've had some big hurdles. And they've either found a way to get over them or they've hit them, and they're going to keep trying. So I'm proud of that.
Coach, the 3 seed plays at 8:30 p.m. It's the last game of Friday. I didn't know if you've got anything else in your bag of tricks for this team for a night game.
Maybe we'll start switching their clock right now. The rest of the week we switch their clock so that they'll feel like that's a 1 p.m. tip. I'm not sure how we can do that, but no, I tell you, it gets to tournament time, and you've got to be ready to play, and you can't be I do not like waiting around to play that game in terms of the timing, but if that's where you're at, that's where you're at, and that's what you've got to be able to do. So I'll pull out my bag of tricks and see what we can come up with.
this isn't the team you expected to take into March, but is there still kind of an air of excitement going into the postseason, especially, with that kind of big chip on your shoulder?
Oh, absolutely. I think when you hit postseason, there's a renewal of energy. And I think that's for, every coach in the country when they play their last game is, all right, 0-0, your record 0-0, new record, clean slate. Not 100% accurate because everything you've learned has built you to this point. But there's an excitement around tournament time. And if you don't enjoy that, or you don't love the tournament time, this is not the sport for you, because that's what we do. It's a buildup. We're a tournament sport. Everything you're doing is it's part of the journey. You can't just skip. You can't fast forward to the tournament. I mean, this is part of it, but this is a big piece. The tournament, whether it's SEC tournament, the NCAA tournament, it's a big piece of what we're doing. All right, thank you guys for coming. The crowd was amazing. Love our fans. It was loud, and I appreciate them all coming.